Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled, I am pregnant and alone again. Why no man will commit. Let's get right into it.
Alright. Kind of want to get into a topic today. A little bit of background about myself. I am 27 years old. I have a 5-year-old daughter who's going to be 6 in a couple of weeks. And I am also second child. I'm having a boy. Basically, I came on here to kind of talk about my journey right now as a single pregnant mother.
Look at that smug smile. This is what happens when your women grow up watching shows like Love and Hip Hop and Bad Girls Club. She really thinks she's doing a confessional for her own personal reality TV show. And this is why North Korea and the Taliban censor the shows their women watch. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Someone tell David.
Yo, Destro got the passport. He got the passport emblem on the chain. He got the Tony Yayo chain. Destro probably black, yo. He gotta be black.
Here, that was all sarcasm.
Pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm.
And I know everybody looking at me like I'm crazy now, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know who you had a baby by, and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, whatever.
Blah, blah, whatever. You really have to love this nonchalant, blasé attitude these women have when talking about the livelihood and future of 2 children. Even when the community attempts to explain to her how dire her situation is, she just shrugs it off. You see, this is why shame was so effective against the modern narcissistic woman, even though they suffered from an illness called NPD, which is an inflated sense of self-importance, a need for excessive admiration or worship, and a lack of empathy for others. The glorious sanction of shame will always be the ultimate nullifier. Only shame and fear of ostracization will humble her. Only shame will save her children from a life of food stamps and drill rap. Only shame will save her from 304 destruction. But I've said too much.
I'm not really the type of person to go do what I do, be grown, or whatever y'all want to call it. And then when I get pregnant, you know, like the A word, get rid of it. I'm not that type of person. I know what I did, and I'm definitely just not comfortable with getting rid of my baby.
Grown people don't do what they do without being economically responsible for their possible outcomes. You, madam, are a child, a tax dollar leech. The reason why we can't have speed trains, Autobahn smooth highways, and government-assisted massage parlors. Things your Grace Lord Destro will fix on the first day of his administration.
I would honestly say that this is not what I wanted. Like, I wanted to be married or engaged.
Then you could have done that, but you didn't do that. And this is the issue. She has a very cavalier attitude to becoming a single mom again. Right? Where's my Myron soundbite? Shout out to Fresh and Fit, or Fresh and Quit. I heard they split. Anyway, my whole point is saying is that she has like this, like, oh, becoming a single mom, not a big deal, not a big deal. And then she talks about morals, that she has morals. She's like, oh, you know, I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life. I'm not pro-choice. Well, my friend, why did your moral start there? I'm glad you have that moral. That's good. But your moral should have started at, you know, fornication, having intercourse before marriage. That's where our morals should really start, because that's the biggest issue we're facing right now, that people are just carelessly engaging in intercourse, which is an adult married activity. We should look at it that way. So if you feel like if you have strong morals for being pro-life, you got to have strong morals for abstaining from intercourse until you're married. And that way you don't have to worry about, you know, having your second child. It'll be a glorious day instead of, everyone's going to make fun of me, you know, but you don't know what I've been through and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I just think do the right thing up front, and therefore you won't have to make a decision like life or death later on.
When I had my second child, because the first one didn't work either. Yes, I have 2 baby daddies. Yes, I'm a statistic. Yes, yes, yes. All your questions, yes.
Now this goes back to our last video about body counts and microchimerism. So this woman has the DNA of multiple men flowing around in her system. The DNA that can affect her cognitive state can also affect her children.
Yo, Tony Yayo literally got the token passport bro chain. I never even thought about it when I used to see Tony Yayo on Vlad TV, but Jesus. Seeing Destro Rocket, now I know for a fact. If you're a passport bro, yo, get that emblem on your chain.
The DNA of these random men could potentially affect her gene pool and family bloodline for generations. I would go as far as to theorize that if your baby mother is a 304, there is a high likelihood that your daughters and granddaughters might also become 304s. I've said this before in other videos, that the job of the queen was never to be the second in command. It was and is the duty of protecting the royal bloodline. So the next time you're about to let off a load into a 304, please remember the words of your grace, Lord Destro, and run to the CVS and get yourself a plan B.
But y'all not gonna get on here and make me feel bad. Like, I know what I did. Okay, like, whatever. But I know I'm not the only person that's going through this. So that's why I honestly came on TikTok to talk about it. Because pregnant and single is like by far one of the hardest things I've ever encountered. On top of being a mother, on top of working full time, like, oh my God, y'all, this is hard. This is like really hard. And then you see everybody like when they're pregnant with their spouse and they're doing all the pictures. Everything looks so cute, and you just like, oh, like I wish that was me. Like, yeah, that's me right now.
Notice again, she focuses on the fun things. She focuses on the attention, the Instagram posts, and the admirations of her friends. She don't care about those kids. They're just a prop in her movie, like fake money in a rap video.
Very emotional, very wish that I had a boyfriend, very wish that I was with the person that I had my child with, you know. You wish that, because that's what you want. Like, you want to give your kids a 2-parent household. Yes, I wanted all of that. And watching other people go through it, I just be like, oh my God, like y'all so lucky, because being single is just like so many emotions, so many.
It's wild that we're monetizing our own trauma this way. It's like sad now a little bit, right? Like if you think about it, like this lady has a really, really devastating announcement, and that is she is becoming a single mom of 2 with 2 baby daddies, and she's just online like, oh yeah, you know, well, and I really wanted to go the right way, but it didn't go the right way, and it's just like, yo, she must be really naive. Like, this is bad. This is real bad. And I said this in an earlier video. When you become a single mom, you increase the risk of you becoming homeless. We see that right now for black women, eviction rates are through the roof. They're the most evicted individual in the country, black women. So that's what's sad. The sad that a lot of these videos are about black women, and it seems like it's a bigger issue in our community. I don't know if it is or not. You know, maybe we're just more viral with the videos, but it's like, come on. Like, what's this about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the MPD, right? I get it. I get that you're a narcissist. I get that you want all the attention. I get that you have an inflated sense of self. I get that you have no empathy for others. But look where is this going to lead you? Like, I want to see an update on this girl 5, 2, 4 years from now, right? Any kind of amount of time, because it just seems like this is just another tragedy waiting to happen. No woman should be raising kids by herself, let alone 2 kids by herself. This is absolutely abysmal. You want to avoid this at all costs. And it seems like if, you know, even though I know most of my content's watched by men, it really should be watched by women. Because it's like, this is what you need to avoid. Like, let these videos be a lesson on what not to do. Right? Like, if I have a daughter, I'm going to show them my videos. Like, look how we were like talking about how ridiculous a lot of these women are living. Do you want to be like one of the women I make videos on? Or do you want to be a woman like your mother, someone that I respect, it's not on the gram, you know what I'm saying? Right now, Instagram is these women's man. That's their God. That's who they obey. Right? What did Kanye say? IG got your bitch. IG got your bitch. Because she'll do it for the gram faster than she'll do it for you. She's cooperating with her audience online, creating content, right? She's cooperating with them. Why can't you cooperate in a household with a man that deserves to be a father? Does Instagram really deserve this from you? And chances are you're not even going to make money from it. You're not even really being a content creator. You're just getting likes and comments. So you're not even really monetizing it. You're just getting attention out of it. We're in really tough times, man. We're in real tough times.
You go through, you just like by yourself. Like, don't get me wrong, family and everything is very important. Family, friends, yes, love y'all down. Love y'all down, down, down. Like, y'all have been my support system. But it's different when you have the male figure that, you know, that you share the baby with. Like, it's so different. It just feels different. Like, at the beginning of my pregnancy, I did have him. You know, we was good. We was working through everything cool. But just things, you know, didn't work out. So, decided to split up or whatever, mutual feelings. Like, we both decided that it was for the best.
So you failed twice in securing a father for your child. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. You failed.
Failure!
And she gave him too early. Right? You need to try to get back with him. I don't know who did wrong or what did right. You're pregnant still. Try to get back with him. This girl's a little bit too boy crazy, and she's a little bit too dismissive where she's like, all right, on to the next. Everybody's replaceable. Everybody's disposable but her. This is why it's narcissistic, because it's like, for her, everyone's just throw them away. She's like, oh, I want to be with them. Girl, don't make this video. Go out there and reach out to them, get some counseling, something. Because what you think is going to happen? Now you have 2 kids by 2 different dudes. You're going to come to a third, and what do you expect him to wife you up and take you serious? Come on now. And like I said, she's an attractive black woman. You know, she easily could have been a wife. Someone that preserved herself, preserved her value. And like I said, she seems very well behaved. She seems very kind. She seems very feminine. She's just naive and a little slow. Okay? But that shouldn't mean that she needs to suffer the rest of her life, not just in dating, because she's so worried about the dating. Oh my God, you know, family and friends have been there for me, but, you know, it'd be nice to have a man. She's boy crazy. She's very boy crazy. And she's chasing pleasure. And this is what happens when you chase pleasure.
Charles, I mean, come on, let's be honest here. You failed.
Failure!
You failed your children twice. Once we watch you fail 3 times to conclude that you are the problem. And the funny part is, the unapologetic sisterhood will support her self-destruction. They will come to her house bearing cheap wine and kitty litter so she can vent. But they won't actually help her because remember, they are also incapable of empathy as well. She is also a movie prop to them as well.
So, I started texting this person, and like for like a week, for almost like a week and a half, we've been texting, and all leading up to a date that he asked me on. And come of said date, we show up at a public place to meet up because I don't want them showing up to my house, because that's where me and my daughter live, and I don't want just random men coming up to my house knowing where I live. I don't. But yeah, so I come up to meet here at the place, and I call him to see because I tried texting him and it started going green, and I was like, oh, maybe he lost service, because usually lately I've been losing a lot of service. Come to find out, he stood me up. He said, oh, I'm on my way, I'm 52 minutes out. I was like, okay. And yeah, I only put the 60 seconds, so I have to end this early.
This is the way. But wait a minute, you didn't smash the bell and press the like button.
He stood her up. You know, I don't know what these women expect. By the way, the tattoos all over the body, you know, we gotta think a lot about this, right? We don't think about our future at all. We're living for the now. This is hedonism. This is debauchery. We're not thinking about tomorrow. You know, YOLO. And I think this has ruined society, you know, because here's another woman who was relatively attractive, but now she's putting tattoos all over her body. She's a single mom. I mean, how is this really helping you? I get it. People like butterflies and flowers, and for some reason they have to draw it on their skin. I get it. Listen, I'm not against tattoos, but if it doesn't serve you, you're not necessarily an artist, you're not necessarily creative, you're just a regular person covered in tattoos. It's not going to help you in employment-wise. Listen, I get it. There's some rappers, they got tats on their face. But guess what? They rap. So they're not looking for a job. They're not going to be at CVS. But you're over here trying to apply to Walgreens, and they don't want to hire you because you're covered in tats. I don't know. We got to think about this, man. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel's blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.